Okay, as you can see, I've got quite the situation going on here. Let me see if I can zoom that in a little closer for you. Oh yeah, there it is. See that rod there? I had to tap the ends on 500 of those. I'm going to show you how I did it with that cheap old drill press. And I'm also making an upgrade today that should make things about 100 times easier. So let's get to it. All right, let me get this thing over here. So first of all, this old dog just didn't have enough power. So I did do a gear reduction on this thing with this jack shaft. I went from, I think my lowest speed was 260 and now I'm right around 170, 175. So it did give it some more power. But let's talk about this setup. So I had to do 500 of these threaded at the end. And I did have to cut all those too. So something that I'd never seen before, and the way I did it to repeat my cuts, you want to see that. So all of you guys that have one of these saws know what I'm talking about when it comes to setting a stop and how kind of dangerous that can be. So I'll show you what I did. I got my stop, which is here, and then right here, I got the nut welded on there. So I crank this baby in there, tighten it up. I can tighten it up and loosen it. Crank it tight. Now I'll set my stop. Now this is the thing, since this isn't being clamped on this side of the cut, you just just turn that down. Make your cut. That way it doesn't bind that piece in between your stop and your blade, because it'll kick that son of a gun, I'm telling you. Unless you have a clamping system on this side of the cut, so you hit your stop, move it out of the way. Just a little trick I came up with. One thing you do not want to do is cut that piece with that against that stop. It'll catch that saw and it's dangerous. And I'll also show you a little bit more about what I did, how I set that pulley system up. I added a jack shaft here. This pulley right here was actually the pulley that came on it right here. So all I bought was this little 2-inch pulley. Got a couple belts, added this jack shaft, chopped this out. Made some stuff here so it all tightened up nice and smooth. Here's a little lower angle on what I did here. This is just it works though. Been working for a lot of years. So anyway, I'm gonna use this drill press clamp. I got me a socket, and here's my die nut in there. I just spaced that up so this was up toward the top. That's the only thing that's doing is spacing this thing up. Before we move on, I've got to hit these with the wire wheel. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to show you what these rods are used for right now. It's the latch rods that latch these up until you crank them solid. I'm going to go ahead and clean them up. We're going to do one with this old dog chuck, and you do this 500 times. You got to tighten this as tight as you can every time or it slips, because this is just an old chuck and they don't hold that good. So it gets pretty tiring, it gets pretty hard on your hands when you're doing that. Tighten them and loosen them. It even loosens harder than it tightens. So now let's try to get this set up. This will all make sense here in a little bit. Now we're going to set this up so it hits the hole. All right, right there. Let's give this another shot. Put a little more anchor lube on there. I think I got it clamped down a little better now. We're going to just go for it here. That seemed to work, so that's the gist of it. Then you adjust it to when that die pops out of that socket, you got the proper amount of threads. I don't have that adjusted right, but you get the gist of it. So I did that 500 times. I had it set perfect and all my threads are perfect. You know, took a little bit of a while to get it dialed in, but once I got her dialed in, okay, I got it out of the drill press. I just come over to the vise, clamp it in there, grab my impact, buzz it off there, and you can see they're okay. Now for the upgrade. I actually got this sent to me, which was like a miracle because it's exactly what I needed. So it's a Fodbit chuck. Links below where you can pick them up. They're not cheap, but they're amazing. It took like the inventor 12 years to develop these. They got gears inside of them. All advanced technology that I don't understand. I just know it's a drill chuck and I hope it holds. It's a keyless, so you can just spin it and it's supposed to hold. And this is no kidding. It says 247 Newton meters. And I believe a regular drill chuck, as hard as you can tighten it with a key, is only like 30, maybe 50, depending on how much force you put on it. But 247 is like mind-blowing strong without a key. Tighten it with your hand. Let me see. It should last 7 to 20 times longer than a key chuck. And what about self-tightening chucks? The Fodbits chuck should last at least 3 to 7 times longer. But let's take it out of the box. Here's how it came. These guys reached out to me after a drill bit video. It was actually this clamp video. When I made these clamps, that video got several thousand views, and I don't know. They thought maybe I could do a video on this. First thing I ever got. For free. But I told them I'd do a video on it. It's heavy. I can just tell it's a heavy duty son of a gun here. Okay. Fodbits. 1 to 13 millimeter, and it's a MT2 shank. I'm assuming that's that. Or is that MT3? I don't know. Let's see if it says. It says MT2. I don't know if that's this bottom part or this part, but I don't know. Don't matter. I hope it fits in there. So it looks good. Man, it looks really good. I'm going to put it on and we're going to see if it'll hold that 5/16. And if it'll hold that 5/16, I got some 1/2-inch rod that's 1018 cold rolled. I don't know if the old drill press will have enough power to do 1/2-inch, but we'll check the 5/16 first and we'll go from there. All right, I'll be right back. I've got this all set up. I got it tightened. I'm going to loosen it. It loosens so easy. I'm just going to show that I'm putting it in there. We're going to just tighten her up as hard as I can. Hopefully, I don't know, get some anchor lube. Well, that was easy. It did not slip it a little bit. Where do I go? And it loosens up easy. Oh, this is going to make my life easier. So it threaded it on about that far. That's about right. Oh boy, that's going to make life easy. Let's throw the 1/2-inch rod and 1/2-inch die in there and see if it'll do 1/2-inch. Well, here's a test. Let's see if she'll do it. Nope, belts are slipping. Well, it did it. I don't think it slipped at all. I think the belts were slipping. Look how far it went. I don't see any sign of slippage here either. That's pretty impressive. That's going to make things a lot handier. So don't forget to subscribe. Definitely subscribe. I got so many good videos coming up with testing. I'm going to drop some weight from the ceiling onto one of them tool swings. Plus, I just got a lot of shop videos coming too, doing stuff like this. I'm going to make a drill press out of one of my mag drills. It's going to be the most powerful $200 drill press you ever seen. I'm going to try to put out a video a week. All right, guys, hang on with me for just one more minute here. I want to thank Fodbits. I'll put the link down below. I think they're maybe 160 bucks, probably more than this old girl cost me. From what I've seen, they're worth it. I'm not affiliated with them, and I don't have a lot of experience with chucks, but I have an experience with those old piece of craps. And if you got an old piece of crap drill that you're tired of fighting, I also want to mention Anchor Lube. I'm not sponsored by them, but this is good stuff. They did send me a few bottles based off of one video. I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, so I don't get a lot of free stuff. Mentioning subscribers, hit that subscribe button. Maybe I'll get enough to people actually sponsor me. I doubt it, but anyway, it's a dream. But anyway, these tool swings, make sure you subscribe for the tests on these. I put a lot of weight on this one here. I put a lot of weight. I'm not going to say how it ended, but it was pretty impressive, unbelievably impressive. And I also want to mention, go to thetoolswing.com and get on the waiting list for when these come out again. I'm basically all sold out, and we got a big order coming, and it should be ready in July. I did find a manufacturer, Paragon Pro. They're going to be manufacturing for me. Well, they have been working on it. We'll have all three models this size, one for a little bit smaller vise, you know, your normal vise that you would have in your garage, and one that holds a bench grinder. It also holds a belt sander. I got a miter saw in one too. Lots of videos about that stuff. But test I got coming, I'm going to drop weight from the ceiling, an extreme amount of weight. All those are coming out probably in July, because I don't want to start releasing a lot of those test videos until I have product. So I do have product now, just very few. So we're going to have lots of product come July. We're going to hit it hard. I also got a video coming up where I'm going to turn this mag drill into a drill press, and that's going to be good. This whole thing's going in the trash, this top part, and I'm going to mount my mag drill on there. That way it'll be cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.